succulent group. Succulents are found on every continent around the globe except for Antarctica. And succulents are special because they hold water in their stems, in their leaves, or even their roots. So, Heather, tell us how cacti fit into this word succulent.
So, cacti are a little bit more specific. It's one plant family, the Cactaceae or the cacti family. And unlike succulents, cacti are only found in the Americas, so they're only native to the Americas. So Central, North, and South America. And they can actually be found all the way from the very southern tip of South America up to Canada. And in Iowa, we actually have 3 native cacti, and you can actually see some of those outside in our conifer garden if you come to visit. Cacti all have succulent structures, so they're all holding water in their stems, their leaves, or their roots. So that means that all cacti are succulents. But I know that not all succulents are cacti. So Alex, what is the difference?
So how do you tell the difference between a cacti and a succulent? So if Kate wants to zoom in here, we have a cactus, and the way you can tell it's a cactus is it has this round, soft, cushion-like structure, this white structure right here. That's called an aerial. And aerials can have spines, leaves, even flowers coming out of them. Now, if you watched one of our previous videos, you know that these spines are actually modified leaves for the plant. So all cacti, whenever you're looking around, they're gonna have this aerial, okay? This round, cushion-like structure, sometimes having spines come out of them. Now, we have a little quiz for Heather, okay? She is going to identify some of these different plants that we have. She's going to sort them. I'm going to put all these out here for you. You're going to get started. She's going to sort them if they're a cactus or a succulent, okay? So Heather, you can get started.
Okay,
this is your quiz.
I haven't seen these before, by the way. Fair disclosure. Okay, so we already talked about this one. This is the cactus because it has an aerial. This one looks pretty familiar. I think this is a succulent. This one too. No spines at all. Right?
No spines on those.
And no cushion-like structure. This one totally does though. I can see polka dots. These kind of look like spines.
They do.
But I'm not seeing like where they come out from. I know this one. This one's cool. This is a mother of thousands. And it actually has little babies all along the margin. So this is kind of cheating. I know this one.
Oh,
it's a succulent. Sorry.
Shoot, I thought we could trigger with this one. These are tiny baby plants of this calancho coming off
And
there.
you actually can see in the pot, some of them have already started. Can't be stopped.
So that's a succulent.
Yes, this one also, no aerials. It's pretty plain. I'm gonna put that in the succulent pile. This one, if I'm looking closely, I can see the aerials, even though it's fuzzy.
So these are kind of fuzzy. These long hairs, that's actually going to create a microclimate around this cactus to kind of cool it off in that environment.
So kind of like sunscreen. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And okay, this one's tough. We used this in our little Facebook pre-quiz.
Yes.
It's got spines all over it, or prickles, but they're not coming out of an aerial. So this is a succulent, believe it or not.
That's right. Now, Heather, this plant, these are the flowers of it. I want you to take a little whiff of that flower. Just see how it smells.
Ooh. Great. Not great.
So these flowers actually they're kind of stinky, and that is to attract the pollinator, which might be a fly for this succulent, not a cacti, a succulent. No aerials there. Good job.
Thanks for having me smell that. So, okay, we have these two left, right?
Yep, these two are left.
Okay. Look kind of similar, but I'm seeing aerials in this one. So this is a cactus. Yes, I'll point them out. So where these spines are coming out of, they all come out of that cushion. So this is definitely a cactus. And this one, you're trying to trick me, but again, I know this one, and it's really interesting. So I'm going to talk about it. This is a euphorbia. It's not a cactus.
Not a cactus, but it has these spines. How did you know?
I know this plant, so this is unfair, but it's had an interesting story. So if you were looking at this plant and you're any average person, you would probably think it's a cactus, and you'd be right to think so because it looks so much like a cactus. But euphorbs, they're in a different family, the Euphorbiaceae. It has poinsettia in it, crown of thorns, some other fun cassavas in that family. Not the cactus family. And in fact, these families on like a genetic tree, a family tree of all plants, super far apart, not closely related at all. They're native to Asia and Africa, where cacti are native to the Americas. So somehow, these plants decided that they need to basically copy cacti and look very, very similar. It's kind of surprising that these so distantly related plants would look so similar. But when we think about it, it makes sense. When you think about their habitats, they're living in hot, dry places with lots of predators that might want to eat them. It makes sense that these very distantly related plants would adopt a really similar morphological characteristics.
Yes.
So this is something, we actually have a name for it. It's called convergent evolution. So these very distantly related plants have converged upon similar strategies to survive in different but similar habitats.
Right. So these plants, one was in the Americas, cacti was in the Americas, this is in Africa and Asia. Totally different places, different plants, but they were in the same habitat. So as they adapted and evolved, they
sort of coalesced on like one strategy.
Right. They both have spines to protect that water resource that herbivores might be looking for.
So I'm going to push this over here.
So this is a succulent. Good job. So she did a great job with our quiz today. So everything on this table then is a succulent. Again, succulents are the big overarching group of all plants that hold water in their stems, roots, or leaves. Within that big group of succulents, we have the Cactaceae family. So that group of plants that have the areoles, those cushion-like structures that all of these share. If you guys want to learn more about cacti specifically, you can join us for our class next Thursday night. It is Cooking with Cactus. We will do the grocery shopping for you. You can pick up your groceries here at the garden. We will be making a nopales salsa. So you get to eat some cacti from the Ohuntia, which I have here on my shirt, and right here behind us, you'll get to eat that cacti with us virtually over Zoom. So we will drop that class link in the comments below. Don't forget to check that out. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions about how to tell the difference between succulents or cacti or any topics